Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finals match for the WARMACHINE Weekend Invitational 2015.
Get
I'm
hyped.
Will
This
Shick.
game's going to be awesome.
And this is Will Hungerford.
Oh, I'm so waiting
We are
for this.
back and ready to close out another WARMACHINE Weekend with an exciting finals match here today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We've got Brian White versus Jordan Nach in the finals.
That's right. So we just saw Jordan Nach go up against Tom Guan.
Yep.
And Guan went Guan with the wind.
I don't even know what that means. I didn't watch that game. I was actually watching Brian White in Perrier's game.
Yeah.
How was the Tom Guan Jordan Nach game?
It was like I liken it to an elementary school dance. We had two very, very prized contenders in the Stormwall and the Kraken, and Haley and Scar, and they basically just two-stepped around each other with 2 car lengths between couples.
You had dances in elementary school?
Oh, yeah.
Weird. So
Jitterbug all the way, man.
Let's go over the list they're playing.
Let's go over the list.
So Brian's going to be playing his Lilith 2 list.
Mm-hmm.
So in the battle group, he's got Zuriel, pair of Ravagors, the Naga Night Lurker. He's got a Succubus, 2 Shepherds, and 2 full units of Croak Raiders.
Yeah, and so against that, and you can already kind of see in talking about the list when we were talking about Nach here. So he had a Striker 3 list, which I really liked and wanted to see him put on the table.
Yeah.
But as we both immediately agreed, it would have been a terrible choice to put against either of the Legion lists because it's not a Legion drop.
Yeah.
So Nach is going with his Major Victoria Haley 2 list, which we saw him play in last game. So we've got Haley 2, a Stormwall, Thorn, Squire, a Journeyman Warcaster, Iris, Angel of Retribution, Reinhold, Goblin Speculator.
There you go.
Speculator.
There you go.
Alexius, Mistress of the Witchfire, Stormsmith, Stormcaller, the Black 13th, and a max unit of Tempest Blazers, which did a whole lot of work in that last game against the Texas Raiders.
Now let's go ahead and talk about the scenario they're going to be playing real quick while they're setting up. So they're going to be playing incoming. This is not a kill box scenario. So there's 2 zones, the friendly one, the enemy one. If you dominate your own zone, you get 1 CP. If you can get over there and control the enemy one, you get 1 CP. If you can dominate it, you get 2 CPs. There's a pair of objectives sort of in the middle near the advanced deploy line for both players. If you can destroy that one, it's worth 1 CP. Now Brian's running the Effigy of Valor in this list.
Yep, and as is Mr. Nach as well. So
2 effigies.
Two effigies.
Got those
We've
fearless
seen that
auras.
one a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Lot.
It's got that fearless aura, and it also provides cover.
Yep.
You can't use. You can kind of use that, but you have to be careful that somebody just doesn't
blow it up,
and then all of a sudden you're standing there, ass in the wind.
Which Brian got caught against in his IG final game against Brett Fogel.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Harbinger was hiding behind the objective. The objective got aced, and then Kruger came over and lightning struck Harbinger into a cinder.
Yep.
See our players getting set up here. Jordan Nach doing a pretty normal deployment here with the Stormwall right smack dab in the center.
Yep. So we've got a handful of players on that side of the table, and unfortunately our camera isn't set up so you can see where the cameras are facing because there's a mob of human beings watching this game right now.
Yeah, most of the crowd is gathered behind the cameras. Thankfully, we have a little bit of a cordon area. So
it looks like for terrain, we've got 3 hills,
Yep.
a pair of trenches that are chilling inside the zones.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
Well, that's why you want to get to the zones.
To jump in the trenches? I mean,
jump in the trenchuladas.
Oh, we're not going there already. It's too early for that.
It's
too early for that, man.
It is taco time, sir.
Look, I didn't do any
It might as well be Tuesday.
I haven't done any commentary yet today, so I got to, spin up, okay? And then we got the 2 forests out there on the corners that I'm sure will be useful to, Legion doesn't care.
No.
Not at all.
Not really.
He's not going to really hide behind it either. We'll see.
So we got... we have the 1 AD on Nach's side, which is Iris.
Nach.
Nach.
We've been mispronouncing his name.
I'm
it's
probably going to continue to mispronounce it.
It's Jordan Nach.
Nach.
Yeah.
Nach.
Croak Raiders, a unit that came out, and, man, just nobody likes those things. They don't show up in any lists.
Oh,
wait.
I was going to say nobody on the other side of the table likes those things.
Yeah.
There's the handshake, and this game is ready to get underway.
What's the polar opposite of not liking something?
Polar opposite of not like, I believe that is love, sir. Something that you've never experienced in your life.
That is the darkest thing you've ever said to me. All right. So
if only you could see Michael Plummer's face right now. I love you, Hungerford.
Epic Eris is running. Going to be spending some time likely sniping and plinking away at things this game. Probably some Croak Raiders. Black 13th heading up on that hill.
Yeah, just getting into a good flanking position to cover their own zone.
They're going to want to Mage Storm as many toads as they possibly can. So Alexia 2's in the trench turn 1.
She's going. She's going for it. She wants to claim some frog souls.
Yeah, we'll make them into thralls.
Yeah, frog thralls. Now there's something that's terrifying.
Dude,
Imagine a frog thrall coming at you.
You know what?
Like leaping on its skeletal legs.
I want to see people do some conversions where they make multiple thralls, thrall warriors and regular thralls from like different races.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Tempest Blazers.
Tempest Blazers.
Being conservative. Stormwall
Well, there's
runs.
no need to get flaming darted in the face right away, you know? Stormwall taking up a
Yeah,
strong
that was
position to threaten the flank.
That was a pretty conservative advance. They could have gone up a fair amount closer to that zone.
Nah.
I mean, unless he's really worried about like Lilith popping feet.
With 9 inches on movement, with that sweet 9 inches on movement, they're going to be fine. They're going to be able to get into anywhere they want. They can slide right in and slide back out with that 5-inch reposition.
You make me so uncomfortable.
It's just the truth.
I understand.
We saw these things work very, very well in the last game. Especially with Electro Leaps, he's going to be able to clear out a lot of those frogs.
Sure.
Barely even needs Deadeye to do it.
So Thorn getting up behind the objective.
Thorn just runs up behind that effigy.
Yeah, Haley's just checking her control area, seeing who's up in the club.
So Haley just checking. So we're going to see deceleration go up.
Man, deceleration.
Smart choice against them frogs.
Pretty good spell right now.
Yeah. Makes those throws a little less accurate. And we see Reinhold. Oh, Stormcaller's going to run up right behind the objective as well.
The support team,
just kind of shifted around a little bit.
Haley's therapy group there in the back. He's like, we don't need.
They're her cheerleaders.
We don't need to get. No, I like to.
Cheerleaders.
They're her therapy group.
Haley. Haley. Go Haley.
That was the worst.
Haley.
You clearly were never a cheerleader.
That is an accurate statement, sir.
Croak Raiders are advancing. I imagine we'll have some random pot shots up at Alexia that will never hit, but we'll see.
Between D-Cell and the trench, Alexia is probably pretty safe. But you know, boxcars are a thing. Def 21, she's got that. Right? Those frogs, they got that.
Yeah. So she's been oiled up.
Oh, yeah. In the trench. It's very slick in there.
It's like a slip and slide.
Her horse is just going to slip down, face first. So she's oiled but not fired.
All right, so Ravagor's advancing up, and I bet Alexia is about to have a
Are we
going to
say that things are heating up?
Maybe.
Are things heating up in that trench?
Might turn into an oven here in a second if that whole trench lights up and Alexia's just burning to death.
Nobody wants raw trenchuladas.
Looks like the attack hit.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be one dead Alexia.
I have to imagine so. I can't really see what the damage roll is right now, but we'll see if Jordan picks the model up.
So she's set on fire?
She's still alive.
Not dead.
Took a lot of damage, but she's set on fire. Oh, wait.
Not on fire, used Wraithbane instead.
Yeah. Used Wraithbane, so not on fire. So she's going to make it. Well, for now.
So used Wraithbane to ignore the D-Cell bonus, which actually made her semi-hittable on a boost.
Yeah.
Only at a 19 instead of a 21.
Okay, looks like the other unit of Croaks is activating. Now, they're all fearless right now because they start within the objective, so not too many worries about massive casualties in case that happens.
Nope. But definitely lining themselves up for some sweet Electro Leaps next turn, unfortunately. Not much you can do to avoid that, though. Ravagor moves up. Going to take a shot here with its Animus on itself. Light some more things on fire. Oh, no.
Nope.
Just ran.
Yep.
Zuriel running forward to protect his objective.
I wonder what they're playing the piece in the middle as. I wonder if they're doing that as rough terrain obstruction or a hill. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. One of the cool things about WARMACHINE Weekend is they let the players decide what all the terrain on the table is, no matter what. Like if they looked at those forest pieces and they're like, that's deep water.
Yeah,
but they look at the hills and like, those are structures. Like they let them do that.
As long as you agree. So Lilith just advances forward, doesn't really do much. Shepherd moves forward. So it is a hill in the center of the table.
All right.
Got Brian finishing out his turn with Lilith's own cheerleaders in the back, including the Naga, it looks like.
Yeah, no, the Naga's super important. You can't lose that thing. It's your way around deceleration.
Well, as we've seen in previous games, it's not like it's really that effective once it tries to bite things.
Oh, you mean the other
like
game?
the Nissia.
Yeah.
The Nissia debacle of 2015.
She was using some enhancement drugs that game. Just bouncing around, calling people stupid, killing everything. She almost got nerfed because of that game.
That's probably not true. So Jordan going into the tank.
It's totally true.
Thinking about what he wants to do with his next turn.
He's
got a wounded Alexia.
Yeah, Journeyman upkept Arcane Shield.
I think we can just assume that's going to be the case.
But again, Wraithbane, right?
Wraithbane to a little extent, yeah.
Like if Wraithbane wasn't in Brian's list, but obviously Brian's super smart, so it's in there. Like decelled Arcane Shielded Stormwall, be like, well, I can't ever hurt that thing.
Yeah, not with shooting anyway.
No.
You go punch it.
You just like roll the dice. Who goes first? You deploy. You start your clock. You shake hands. And
Brian
walk
could
away.
literally punch it. That would hurt it.
Just auto concede.
Just hurt it. Just punch it right off the table. What would you do at that point?
Like literally punch the model?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Brian just wheels up and he's like feet punch.
Wow. I mean that's as good of a sportsman as Brian is. I don't think he would do that.
But it's his feet.
It's Brian White's personal feat.
Brian White's
punch
personal
a Stormwall
feat.
off the wall.
It's
off the table.
It's Brian Smash. He gets to punch one model on the table.
Is that what we're gonna start doing? Having player feats?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Like if you win the Invitational or you win IG, we give you a personal feat. And
yeah,
it could
why
be
not?
Something like pick up your opponent's model and smash it in the trash.
I think it's a random die roll though, and there are really good feats like Brian Smash, and there are terrible feats.
Like go bankrupt.
Yeah,
like they're like personally like deeply offending ones.
Buy your opponent a Coke.
Oh, that's nothing. All right, Black 13th are activating. So we're probably gonna get some snipe shots here to take out some Croaks.
I would imagine.
Remember, Alexia was not on fire, so she's gonna get to come flying out of there this turn. Probably make some thralls.
Yep. Comes a shot. This one's coming from Ryan. So that'll hit. And that'll be a dead Croak.
Yep. I have to assume Alexia's in range to get that. Yep. And there goes a corpse token.
Froggy Soul.
Froggy Corpse.
No. Froggy Soul.
It's souls for that one.
Souls.
Yeah. Corpses for the original one. Snipe shot. Another dead Croak.
Yeah, she's keeping those in the sword, not raising their dead corpses as, terrible skeletons.
Still making thralls, man. Still making thralls. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the thralls are different. Those require souls.
All right. So we're going to see a bunch of snipe shots here. We'll see how many Croaks get picked up at the end of it. We'll see how many souls Lexi gets, and then we'll move on to the next.
That's not what you want to see. So that one failed to crack. One, and kaboom. So there goes another soul to Lexia, another dead Croak.
Okay.
Froggy genocide's happening right now.
They're used to it. They've had a really rough time.
Have they?
Dude, ever since the Blind Water Congregation started up, Barnabas was like, all y'all get in front of my army and take the hits. And they're like, we don't want to. He was like, all right, well, then you're food. And they're like, okay.
I don't really know why they ever left Alkir subcontinent. Like, why did they come over? Did they
got super drunk one day.
Oh, yeah? And they just veered to the left?
They got lit on Shine and just woke up in the marsh. Eris is activating. She's going to take a shot at a Croak on a hill.
And that Croak will be smoked as well.
You ever had cooked frog legs? Speaking of smoked Croaks?
Oh, God, no.
They're delicious.
No. I'm good. Start calling you Doc Hopper.
Okay.
Fresh fried frog legs. So you're going to have 4 shots from Tempest Blazers here. First one.
Didn't catch what kind of shot these are.
I believe they're all Electroleaps.
I imagine they would be.
Yeah, they're all Electroleaps.
Yeah.
So fails an Electroleap damage roll on the one in the back. Other Blazer fires, misses again. So our Blazers aim is quite off. I think this is the first time they've ever seen Croaks. And they're just horrified. They're panicking in their horses. They're like, what are these monsters?
Oh, now they're monsters?
Yeah,
Remember
they're monsters
commentary
now.
last time where you were like, they're not monsters?
Yeah, they weren't monsters then, but they're monsters now to the Blazers. I'm putting myself in the POV of the character, not of the world in general.
Oh,
in general, they're misunderstood, gentle creatures who just happen to have a proclivity to set things on fire with their oil.
They're monsters, man.
No.
They are.
No.
So that's a pretty ineffective turn from the Tempest Blazers. Just couldn't really get anything done.
No. So they slid back out, using their 5-inch fast cavalry position move.
All right. Stormwall's activating. Toe the zone, but stay out of the Scather.
So, yeah, the hill being able to be on the hill and in the zone at the same time is pretty clutch for that storm wall there.
Yeah, well, the hill's nice so he can like see over things. He doesn't get the elevation bonus, but being able to like see through things for a storm wall's pretty.
It's all
legit.
about line of sight, right?
So it looks like we're gonna have some covering fires coming down here.
So we
see
some more misappropriation of giant big gun cannonballs, killing things. Here comes a zapped frog. Does he flash fry it? And that'll do. No more souls for Alexia, though. Yeah. Here comes the covering fire.
No command check for that unit because of the effigy of valor they started their activation in, so they're fearless for a full round. Covering fires go down, which it's annoying, but
well, against those frogs, it's quite annoying. Alexia decides that discretion is the better part of valor and flees, but has 3 souls to make some Thrall warriors a little later on when it actually matters.
Well, it's Arcane Vortex time, man. Like you don't want that thing getting pin cushioned.
Sure.
Remind me, is Arcane Vortex friendly or friendly faction?
Arcane Vortex, well, one, it's 3 inches, and she looks like she's out of 3 inches to me on that. But it's hard to tell from that. It's hard to tell precisely from that range. An Arcane Vortex, it's any spell that targets a model within 3 inches of it.
Okay.
So you can try to cast a spell on your own caster. If she's right next to you, she's going to say no.
Cool. Unfortunately, did not catch what Haley did yet if she's activated, but it doesn't look like much. Therapy group is going, and
he's going to run more to the corner.
So it looks like Jordan accidentally broke the arm off of him, but
well, Chili's ruled that he no longer has a sword attack, which will be crippling in this game. Absolutely crippling.
Sure.
The loss of that sword attack.
You know all those melee charges Journeyman make in the game.
Yeah.
All right, so Journeyman ran off to get barbecue. Haley's now activating, so she didn't activate earlier. She's casting D-Cell, which is going to be, again, might as well be a 3 focus cost upkeep spell.
It's going to back. Just making sure that he's out of danger zone. Out of the danger zone.
The what?
The danger zone.
The what?
The danger zone?
You're not saying it right yet.
Danger zone!
Thank you very much. So she's just backing up, measuring control range, saying who's in D-Cell, who's not. Jordan thinking about what he wants to do. Jordan used those sweet Iron Gauntlet metal focus tokens. The rest of the therapy group backs up. Reinhold's just telling her things are going to be okay. She has to work through things. Squire's just making metallic grunts. It's weird.
I mean, you could say that Haley's heading into Twilight and spreading out her wings tonight.
What?
She's got you jumping off the deck, shoving into overdrive.
What are you talking about?
Haley.
Are you quoting the song Danger Zone?
I'll take you right into the danger zone.
Okay, the only lyric anyone knows from Danger Zone is Danger Zone.
That is untrue, sir.
Back to Brian's turn. So it's bottom of round 2. Objectives can get blown up. Things can get scored.
So Brian asking about the defense on those Blazers, looking to kill himself some murder ponies.
Yep. Shadow Pact was upkept on Lilith 2 for free thanks to the Succubust's Arcane Assist ability.
Yep.
Fury 5 Warlock sure do like that.
So Brian already lamenting D-Cell. So we see Wraithbane going on the Ravagore so that it can shoot ignoring D-Cell.
Yup.
Croak Raider is going to activate.
Yeah, the bottom ones.
Throw some flaming darts at some murder ponies.
Oh, Eris.
Eris is going to get oil gourded.
Oh no, that's
going to just charge right in there.
Yeah.
We're going to shut this elf murderess down.
Yeah, so the first guy charged, the second guy ran to get the gang bonus. And the rest of them are just going to shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff and get into a better position.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff.
Frogs they're just surrounded her.
I've been boxed in by frogs.
They're like, stop it. Just stop it.
Just stop?
Just stop it.
I don't think they're doing that. I'm pretty sure they're just surrounding her and ribbiting.
And she's talking her like horrible elf tongue.
Ribbit,
she's all like, fleshy. And they're like, stop it. Stop it. One charge attack. Looks like it hit.
Totally hits. Eris is going to get skewered by a frog. That is not the way you want to go down. You are the assassin supreme for the Retribution. You've been murdering Arcanist left and right across the Iron Kingdom, and you get stuck by a frog.
Was that first blood? Yeah, the first blood for Brian against Cygnar, and I'm glad it was Aerith.
Yeah, you're glad it was Aerith.
Glad it was
That
Aerith.
she got skewered by a frog.
Yeah, just get out. Just stop.
That's horror movie stuff right there. Like the frogs just start ribbiting and they leap on you.
Yeah, man, it's like Critters, but with
like
frogs.
Critters, but with frogs.
All right.
All right, so Lilith is gonna shoot herself some blazers.
Yep, shooting the one in the woods.
So Blazer goes down.
Yep. Okay, here's.
She's gonna Swift Hunter.
Yep.
She's gonna dash forward too.
She's not gonna get in the trench. There's no way.
If she kills another one, she will.
I don't think he even wants to go that way. Would he?
I think like it looks like he does.
Okay, boost hits. Going to boost
Boost damage.
Yeah, that thing's
And
dead.
that'll murder one. So now the question is he Swift Hunter forward or backward?
Well, yeah, he wants to get
He's
the
going
zone.
forward.
Yeah,
he's going into that trench.
No, see, he's not going in the trench. He's just towing the zone to score the control point. I didn't think he was going to go too far in.
That's pretty far when you consider those Blazers and Thorn sitting right there.
We'll see.
She's got 3 transfers at the moment, though.
She got 3 transfers in stealth.
So Brian trying to decide what to do with the remaining Fury. He's going to sit on it. He's got stealth up from Shadow Pack.
Succubus is going to make some weird sucking noise and run over.
I don't think so. It's more like a snake. So like maybe a hiss. A snaky slither, perhaps.
They make weird sucking noises.
I think that is inaccurate, sir. So 2 Fury comes off the Naga from the Shepherd.
Yep.
Ravagor's going to activate, get in front of Lilith.
I sense an objective getting shot. Well, maybe. Maybe it's out of a Blazer. Let's see what he's going to do.
He's going to shoot that middle Blazer. So, quick question about if the Blazers are fearless.
Got range. So, yeah, he's taking out a Blazer.
So, here comes a
Boosting
shot.
to hit.
And that'll miss.
Yeah.
Brian lamenting his dice at that point. So, we're going to see that scatter way off.
Absolutely nothing. Way to go, Ravagor. You are fired.
Ravagor fired.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to pull a plumber there.
Well, you did. Knowingly or not, you just pulled a plumber.
He's the
plumber
master.
junior.
He's the pun master.
The pun master?
The pun master.
Oh. Is that like the wish master?
No, I'm the wish master.
You're the wish master?
Yeah, like from the movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because you fulfill people's wishes in the most horrifying ways imaginable.
You got it. All right, so the Croaks are activating, so it's going to be time for some flaming darts straight into the face. Staring at the storm pod, kind of confused by what it is. They might start worshiping it as a god. You never know.
I mean, to be
Just
fair, it came from the sky and
just
shot
like,
lightning.
Like Ewoks in 3PO, they just lift it and walk away.
They can't lift it. It's immobile.
In the narrative,
no,
man,
it's impossible. Once those things dig in, you can never move them again.
It's not like
the landscape is littered with these things. They're just travel hazards.
It's not like
now.
a neutron star. It's not like super dense they can't pick it up.
It is. They can never reclaim those. Never.
Our world is so jacked up.
It's true.
All right, so we got a Croak Raider. He's going around the Scather. Was just short of being able to stick his webbed toe into the zone. And let's see what they're going to do.
I think they're going to start throwing some darts and stuff. Here comes an oil gourd.
Yeah. So he throws the oil.
Yep, hits the oil. Now we're going to see some flaming
Because
dart
the other
action.
Ravagor is going to try and, well, maybe Zuriel will just walk up and try and one-shot it.
Maybe.
Roll really well.
Get some thorn action as well. And that spray. Lilith measures the control area. Brian considering where he wants to go next. Pretty much just ignoring that there's a storm wall over there.
Yeah, none of the other Croaks did anything. They didn't even try. Did they even swing on the storm pod?
No, they didn't do anything. That one threw his oil gourd, and that was good enough. Here comes the spray.
Yep.
So no thorn behind it.
Yep.
So he hits it. Mighty Def 7 under D-Cell.
But it's armor 20 because of D-Cell.
Yeah. And so it can't be set on fire. And it takes, what was that, 6 damage?
Looks like it. Yeah, they want to set it on fire. There's a rule that, these objectives can't be affected by those.
3 points damage to it.
Yeah, so he's just pinging away at it.
Yeah. Every little bit helps.
Every move you make, every step you take.
What comes next?
I'll be flamethrowing you.
Yeah.
Revgar's going to walk up. I bet he's going to take a shot at the objective. I was wrong again. Just can't help myself.
Par for the weekend.
Oh, is there a water? No, there's no water on this board. We can't have a pool bet again.
They took the pool off because they heard you were going to commentate, and they didn't want you to feel the shame anymore.
That's fine. We had 2 pool gate games already.
We had 3, actually. You just weren't here for one of them.
Okay, so Jordan starting his turn. Obviously, Arcane Shield is being upkept.
Yeah. So that Stormwall is going to come maybe barreling in? Probably not.
No,
just going to take some shots at poor
toe the zone, blow everything up.
poor frogs.
Make it come to you.
Well, with Shadow Pack up, it's not going to get a whole lot of shooting done.
So the crowd on our side of the cameras is overflowing so much that people are starting to spill in the back to
They are breaking the cordon. Security. Where's the security? It's all falling apart.
Jordan kind of going in the tank.
Yeah.
Going, how am I going to win? How exactly am I going to win this game? Run Haley forward, dump all focus, pass turn, go. Oh, wait, that was wrong? Crap.
Yeah, she could be revving up her engine and listen to her howling roar.
Guess I won't get a feat named after me. That
Metal under tension.
Where I get to
begging you to touch and go.
What are you talking about? Are you still quoting Danger Zone?
Who isn't quoting Danger Zone, sir?
No one knows the lyrics but you.
Everyone knows the lyrics. Everyone.
Other than the words Danger Zone.
Danger Zone!
Yeah, said like that.
All right. Looks like Jordan is ready to get things underway here.
Oh, man, I was hoping he'd just, text him with somebody, just stop midway, start tweeting.
I can text a friend, right?
Just tweet. That would be amazing. Just tweet and be like, I'm about to win, and then put it down.
Wow.
Oh, he was rolling to see a fire.
Like that guy did on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? When you just phone a friend and be like, I'm about to win $1 million. Well, wouldn't it have been awesome if he had screwed it up at that point?
Jordan was rolling to see if fire went out on the objective, but Chili, the judge of the table, is double-checking the objective rules of whether or not objectives can even suffer continuous effects.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I've got 5 versions of Steamroller in my head right now, but I'm pretty sure they can't.
Well, you've been wrong all weekend. So
I've been wrong as hell all weekend.
They can be set on fire. They're not immune to continuous effects.
Okay, so yeah, they can be. But it didn't matter. He rolled 2, so it went out anyway. Go me.
So Haley
just being
allocated
wrong.
3 to the storm wall or 2? 3.
Well, she's sitting on 4. She didn't upkeep anything, so he's got to have 3.
And don't think she's got 1.
Actually, no. I think the storm wall has 4. She pulled 1 off the squire.
Okay.
Because he's bonded like a bios.
Yes, that's true.
So clearly the Stormwall is not going to sit still and just shoot things. He's going to YOLO it up in Yellow Town and kill some stuff.
I was going to say, it looks like Zuriel's in the threat of it between temporal acceleration and everything else. Or he's just shooting Crow Craters.
All right, so Black 13th. Get in the trench.
Mm-hmm.
Kill these creepy thick rock things before they run away with our storm pod.
They're trying to lift it. They're trying real hard. So Lynch is going to take a snipe shot at a Crow Crater on the hill. It's going to hit. And that will murder the Crow Crater.
Oh, yeah. Stormwall's yellow and all the way across the board.
And shot at the pod. So there goes a little Mage Storm.
Yep. So those are some, Mage Storm shot at the pod. See? They're like, are you our new deity? And then their deity became wrathful and exploded.
It did. It just burned them all to cinder.
Silly frog locks. Don't worship storm pods.
So frog people still fearless from the effigy.
Yep. Got somebody within 4 inches of it.
Checking the line of sight, see if that one that's kind of behind the forest is going to be able to get shot.
We here at the table right now, Chili is lamenting the fact that he got the rule about the objective being.
I look
able
forward
to
to telling him that you got it wrong too.
Right.
He was like, "There's no problem."
He's like, "I'll have to retake the judge test because I got that wrong." Well, don't worry, Chili, because I'm saying it wrong on commentary as well.
Right. Jordan weighing
This
his options
game
here.
is complex. It has lots of rules, but it is very fun.
Now we're just breaking into random songs.
So I like to play it. It's like chess with robots and dice.
So, Jordan managing the control area. He wants to see if the Stormal can make it to Zuriel between Bond, temporal acceleration, and charge.
Yep. He's doing a little bit of trigonometry.
Who'd have thought? Trigonometry.
It's like playing pool, man.
It's important.
In a game like this, absolutely.
I never used trig when I played billiards in college. Now, angles and such, yes, but trig, not really. How far the ball had to travel was less important than how it would bounce.
Fair enough.
So Brian waiting to see if he's going to lose Zuriel.
And Jordan is just kind of going to the tank for a second, thinking this through. Doing a little bit more trig. So Reinhold activated and Lucky Charmed Haley because time bomb time?
Because why not?
Time bomb time.
What? What was that one more time?
Time bomb time.
Time bomb time. TBT?
TBT.
TBT.
Have this negative speed. Life sucks.
It's more the defense, I think, that matters at this point.
It's both.
Here comes the thorn.
Yeah. Oh.
Right there. In your
just
face.
Runs all up ends.
All right, Zuriel.
So right now Thorn's got a toe on the hill, a toe in the zone, and a toe inside of Zuriel.
Inside of Zuriel.
It's real uncomfortable.
I didn't even realize Thorn had toes. I thought he just had steel-toed shoes.
Tippus Blazers are going to walk up, take out their magic pistols, and shoot some things.
Let's hope that they've now acclimated to the fact that there are frog monsters in front of them.
Yep. Here comes some electrolyte shots going at the Croaks.
So
Worship the lightning, boys. It'll be just as friendly. We just want to go back home.
They've made big mistakes. They'll send them back home to hell.
Yeah. They're the ones that showed up with oil and fire sticks, man.
That's
it's not
true.
Their fault they're being shot at.
Maybe if they were a little less scary. All right, let's see where that reposition takes the Blazers, or if they're going to hang out in that zone. He's got one shot to go.
I think this game's going to be over one way or the other real fast. We're not going to have a grindy game here. I just don't see it.
Okay.
So, shot an electro leap at the Croak on the Hill from the last Tempest Blazer. Nails him and does a point of damage to Lilith 2. Doesn't kill the Croak, though.
A Croak has become a super Croak after watching so many things die from lightning.
Oh.
Yep, slight cabin forward.
Go to your death, boys.
Going for it.
You're not going to like what happens, but you got to do it. And they're like, you're all the way back there, Haley. What are you doing? She's laying on a couch talking to Reinhold about her dad. Like, just calm down. Do what I tell you.
All right. Measuring control to Thorn. See the clock getting stopped. Chili gets called in to do a precise measurement.
Yep, it's precise measurement time. Speaking of needing therapy, I'm sure Haley 3 needs a ton of therapy. She just like calls her future self forward every once in a while. She's like, "Are we okay?" And she's like, "No, things go so bad."
I don't think her future self talks.
Why not?
I think she's like the ghost of Christmas future, man. All she can do is point.
So they're starting to tie him back up?
Now, past Haley, she'll talk about all of her problems, and Haley's just like, you have no idea. You think this orphanage is hard? You have no idea what's coming.
All right, so time bomb.
I mean, imagine having to deal with yourself.
Oh, no. Sorry, not a time
from like
bomb.
20 years ago. Like your
TK.
teenage self.
Are you still talking?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Telekinesis through Thorn onto Zuriel puts him ass in the wind on a hill.
Closer to that storm wall. Now we're going to TK the Ravagore out of the zone so that we're going to get a point. So Now you're facing the wrong way, Ravagore.
Yep.
Should have thought about your life choices before you came to this fight.
You didn't realize she had the power of mind bullets.
Those aren't mind bullets. That's just femininely rage.
Oh, it can move things?
Yes.
Thorn is going to move forward after arcing.
Yep. Little reaction drive.
Yup. Man, he is way out there.
He is. Everything here is bold.
He is
very
out.
bold. Haley's going to feet.
And charge Zuriel. Interesting.
Well, he's got to get up there to be able to use the feet appropriately, or otherwise she's not going to catch anything at this point.
All right, so they're doing some precise measurement on exactly where Haley's going to end.
It will be pretty important.
Which is going to be feeding and charging Zuriel.
So get to there.
And what they're scooting, basically they're saying like the charge would have to, if it was on an infinite length, it would have to put you in melee.
Correct.
With Zuriel.
Yeah.
So you can't go too far over the left. It has to be what would be a legal charge.
Yep.
So they're correcting that right now. So you know how Haley's feet recently got errated.
Yep.
If Jordan wins this game, we should do it again.
Yeah?
Yeah, another errata.
What is it with you and just wanting to errata everything?
Hey, man, whatever wins, let's just nerf it in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And just arbitrarily buff things that don't do well.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
This is the worst idea ever.
Stormwall yells YOLO at the top of his lungs.
Yep.
Everyone's super confused and slightly terrified, and Zuriel's about to have the worst day of his life.
No temporal acceleration on the Stormwall, however.
So that's the first stroke as a charge, and here comes the pain. 4's to hit, dice plus 50, doesn't matter.
Zuriel just gets whapped in the back of the head.
Gets whapped.
Just punched.
Just
so
rabbit
hard.
punched by a 50-foot robot.
That was 22 points right there.
Yeah, Zuriel's not making it through this.
Kablam. Zuriel explodes like an overripe melon.
All right, still has 2 focus left. I imagine a pod's going down with some boosted damage.
Let's go zap some shepherds. No. He's put it in front of the Ravagore.
Yeah, just trying to gum him up a little bit.
Yeah, slow him down. So Haley's sitting behind cover, but she's not completely immune from range shots from at least one Ravagore, it looks like.
Alexia is running up in the zone behind the storm wall, who's still screaming YOLO.
Well, you know, like you said, at this point now, she's definitely looking to stop the pincushion action with Arcane Vortex. Junior decides to get in the fight, sort of.
No. Next turn, he's just going to run backwards again.
He's like, hey,
Doesn't
guys,
matter.
wait for me, please.
Turn shifts over to Brian, and Brian has a predicament.
Would you say it's a pickle? Is Brian in a pickle?
Brian's in a pickle, dog.
He's in a pickle?
Look at this game.
Is it a dill pickle?
Look at the game right now.
I'm looking at it. Doesn't look like a pickle. It looks like a War Machine game to me.
So, no CPs have been, it's 1-1 right now on CPs.
Yep.
Jordan scoring from controlling the enemy zone because the only person in it was Lilith 2, and she can't contest. So 1-1, though. We'll see. We'll see if this game even comes down to control points.
I mean,
it could. I mean, if he grinds him out and he just puts a storm wall there and is like, deal with me, bro.
You never want to just bank on an assassination run. You want to always be moving that ball forward when it comes to the control point score. And getting significantly ahead can force your opponent to make choices they don't want to make.
Sure.
So we got some more Fearless Froggies running forward. So they're going to advance into the far zone.
They've given up on their god because their god turned against them.
Their god exploded in blinding white fire.
Yeah.
And incinerated several of their frog members.
It'd been great if the Ewoks were carrying C-3PO to the village. He just self-detonates. Into Return of the Jedi.
The Naga's out of the feet.
Yeah. Feet's going to tear up all kinds of stuff this turn. Enjoy your doing nothing.
Brian checking line of sight, see what he can see. Try to take a shot. Maybe going to take a shot at that Tempest Blazer. There's no temporal acceleration up this turn.
What's awesome is these two guys, I think, played like a 35-point game against each other a while back. They haven't played each other much, so much like the Watt per year game, where it was like two guys that are known on the competitive scene, they've just never faced each other. We got the same thing going on here, and these are two excellent players. I mean, obviously, they're in the finals of the Invitational. So it's always cool to see what happens.
Takes a shot at the Blazer, misses. Crits against Lilith after missing.
The Naga walked up and shot at the Blazer and missed and ended up crit poisoning Lilith.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That Naga's going back in the pot. There's no question.
Just Lilith activates, turns around, and starts shooting at the Naga.
I mean, it's just the Civil War breaks out. We're done with this Naga.
Yeah, Brian's like, I'm done trying to win the game. It's just start telling a story right now, and it's Lilith freaking out.
She's like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Good shot.
They're just double-checking the wording on blood creation right now and whether or not the Naga could actually hit Lilith with a missed attack in the ranged. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, basically blood creation reads this model never attacks friendly faction warlocks and cannot choose them as a frenzy target. So when you had to see if you hit another target, she can't legally target Lilith when he missed the range attack against the Blazer. So therefore,
somehow that bullet just disappears.
It just missed.
Sure. So Lilith's just like, peace. So she's sitting on 2.
Yep.
Croak Raiders are going to go. Checking feet range.
Yeah, Haley caught almost everybody. I think like the Succubus, the Naga, and like the Shepherd back there were the only things not in it. Okay, so the Croaks are activating.
The Croaks going. Just walking in.
Oh, yeah, they were all the way at the bottom of the
Some of them were. That
table,
one closest is not going to get to do anything.
Just
but
Lilith was like picking daisies or do whatever Iosans do. No one knows anymore.
Lilith? You mean,
yeah, Eris. Yeah, Eris was just over there just being an elf.
So
the Croaks that didn't get distracted by the storm pod went over there and just took her out.
So the Succubus advances on the hill. Sitting there. Brian considering what he wants to do next. He's got the 2 Ravagors left.
And they're under feet. Like, this is not a good turn for him.
No.
So Ravagor's just going to have to forfeit its movement and action, or forfeit its action and move. Just trying to jam the zone up, trying to stop the control points from being scored. But, man, that storm wall is right there.
Yup. It's a very angry storm wall. And that Ravagor's just going to walk the other way, it looks like.
There's this weird hush over the hall right now as everybody's watching this game. Like, it's kind of creepy.
All right, so Brian trying to split the storm wall's attention, saying you can either go after one Ravagor or the other, but you can't have both.
No, I mean, like, nobody's saying anything.
No, it's very silent here.
I feel like I'm at like a golf tournament.
We're not at a golf tournament.
We're not at a golf tournament. There's way more drinking here than there is a golf tournament.
That's probably not true.
Probably not true at all.
So Shepherd advances forward. Kind of ends its turn.
All right.
Sitting in the way.
Feet has been weathered. It's back to Jordan's turn.
So that'll end Jordan's. Checking some line of sight. We see a pause here as they check some line of sight.
There is Chili Winter's head. God, such a delightful haircut. There's AK. We got double judge action. Can Thorn see the storm wall? Is what the question is.
Judge on judge action.
Oh, we got a third head who I have no idea who that is or why they're there, looking in as well.
Line looks like
Let's get some more people in there.
Yeah.
Shick, why don't you just go run over there too and just start looking?
I'm good. You could go over there and be wrong again, though.
Well.
So Thorn has no line of sight to the storm wall.
Time's going to restart here now that judge call has been made, and here we go.
So Haley burns another accumulator circle from the Squire to get an extra focus for this turn. Score is still 1-1.
Apparently, Jordan just now was lamenting that he didn't have a second Stormcaller on his list.
So you get a little triangulation action off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet when it happens. So measuring. Lilith with Shadow Pack up is going to be a hard target for him to catch this turn. But he can certainly murderize the rest of Brian's army with that storm wall.
There's Chili's head again.
Chili's head again.
My God, Chili, you are a fit human being. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
Just tight like a tiger.
Stormwall is within 6 inches of Haley. Arcane Shield's up, kept by the Journeyman Warcaster.
He must do CrossFit.
His one job.
Probably lifts those giant tires and like ties them to chains around his waist and just like runs through parking lots.
Yeah. So Temporal Acceleration goes on the Stormwall for 3.
Yep. So
Haley's going to back up to her therapy group.
Yep. She's like, hey, guys, so this one time this kid called me fat in elementary school, and ever since then, I didn't like the taste of ice cream anymore. And it just keeps going, and she won't stop.
And then she just TK'd herself back for more distance. She wants no part of this.
She's like, I know, I'm done. Yeah. Please, no arrows. Black 13th is activating.
Yep.
Here come the bullets. Welcome to Bullet Party, kids. How do you play? Catch.
So here comes some more likely dead croaks.
So a bunch of dice going to be rolled. A bunch of things are going to die.
And it looks like those croaks.
Nope, there's one left.
Are going to run, though. That looks like a 9. Oh, no,
he passed his. Looks like he passed his command check.
Dice looks like a 9.
Yeah, Brutal Shot's going to the one in the forest, though, just to prove to him that he may be a brave frog, but it doesn't really matter.
But he's a dumb frog.
Haley in the back still blabbering.
And he destroys the pod.
Yep.
Just because. When you're out of frogs to shoot, you might as well shoot your own equipment, Cygnar.
So we've just found out there's a couple people on Twitch right now that every time we say something funny, they take a drink. We're going to potentially kill people if we were funny, but we're not. So we'll be fine.
So Thorn's going to take a free strike from the Shepherd. This is it. Thorn's made the last mistake he'll ever make. So it does 2 whole damage to Thorn.
Well, those Shepherds just ripping gears out of jacks with their little shepherd hook. Thorn's facing is not what it actually looks like right now. It's facing the other way. He just won't fit where he's at.
It's a 6. 5 damage to the 5.
Yeah.
And then smacks him with the shield. Another good roll, but doesn't do anything.
Yeah, just walks around, takes a free strike, punches a Ravagore in the face for the lulls. Stormwall activates, and it's clobbering time. Oh, God. Does he have reach on both? No. It's hard to tell.
No. I don't think that's...
It's really hard to tell right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, he's engaging both.
So let's just start wailing side to side. He's basically just flapping wings at this point. He's like, look, I can fly too, guys.
Do y'all even lift, bros?
Do y'all lift? That's not going to do anything.
It's dice +2 on the damage, but yeah, Snake Eyes doesn't help.
That's 4. That was a total of 4. Okay, so we connect.
So Stormwall's rolling dice and killing things. Ravagore specifically.
So that was 6 points.
So they've shipped the turn back to Brian right now just because Brian is trying to clarify his damage to Jordan. He wants that to come off his time because Brian is an amazing sportsman.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, in the Steamroller rules, it says if you take a long time to mark your damage, it should be on your time. So he was like, please put it on my time while I resolve all this. Ships it back to Jordan to continue making his attacks.
So he sees 7 more damage.
That was the temporal accelerated attack, and now he's at the point where he's buying attacks. So he's made his initials, done his temporal accelerated attack, and now, with all that focus, it's time to go to Party Town. Start the violence party.
Start pounding things into dirt.
Just giving him Ric Flair woo chops in the chest over and over again until they split in half.
Woo!
Dropping bows like Randy Savage.
He broke him in half.
Good God, he broke him in half. Storm wall. Storm wall.
Hasn't quite got it there yet, though. He tried to get into the ugly party, but they wouldn't let him in because they said no professionals.
Man, I miss JR.
That Ravagor's your son, you rotund bastard.
Wow, that's a Paul Bearer Kane quote. That's where you went with that one? Pulling out the real obscure ones. All right, so he made all of his attacks, and somehow neither Ravagor is dead. So I guess his dice rolls just didn't quite do it. Or he might have been like just cleaning him up a little bit so the other things could finish him. Dropped a storm pod. A shepherd said, wait, and then exploded.
You mean like Biggs in the Death Star trench?
Yeah.
Wait. You're my oldest and closest friend. Oh.
That's
Sorry,
what
Biggs.
That's what you get for trying to do the right thing, Biggs. You think you're something? You think you're better than me? So we're getting a free strike from a Croak Raider on one of the Tempest Blazers.
Yep. And that
stabs him right in the horse.
That Croak Raider just leapt on top and bit his head off.
Nope, stabbed him in the horse.
No.
So brutal damage, gunfighter shot into a Ravagor's head.
Kaplow! Really wants that Ravagor to be dead.
Well, yeah.
Ravagor has 1 box left.
Yeah, he's not doing too good.
He's tenacious. But not tenacity. Different. So, killing some frogs. Once again, an Electroleap kills a frog, and the bullet doesn't. Maybe if Cygnar just made lightning bullets, it'd be better.
While he's measuring, I have a very important question for you.
No.
Who is the John Cena of the Iron Kingdoms?
The John Cena of the Iron Kingdoms?
It's
got to be Striker.
Zero Striker question. Striker. Rapadoo. Do. Striker's just like hustle, loyalty, arcane shield.
Oh, God, yes. Yes. What's more important is who is the Rock of the Iron Kingdoms universe.
So Alexia walked up. She's making 2 Thrall Warriors. You're going to walk up and stab some
They're going to try to kill those Ravagors.
Who's the Rock of the Iron Kingdoms?
Who's the Rock? Michael Plummer votes Vlad.
Could be.
Who's dropping rock bottoms and people's eyebrows all over the place?
I feel like Kane has the right amount of swagger to be the Rock,
Kane
right?
has the right amount of swagger to be the Rock. I don't know. Kane feels more like a Stone Cold to me.
No.
He's throwing the bird to the authority.
Yeah.
Shotgun and beers. Carving his own path.
I think Lord Carver might be the Rock.
Oh,
yeah, no,
Lord Carver.
He's this huge name, full of himself, super arrogant, but still a badass. Yeah, Lord Carver is the Rock.
That's a fair
He's got
call.
the big eyebrows and everything. So while we were discussing who was the Stone Cold and John Cena of the Iron Kingdoms, a Ravagor died.
Yep, got stabbed to death by a Thrall. Actually, 2 Ravagors died.
Like we said before we went on our tangent, though, the Thrall Warriors
1.
created by Alexia charged them, made some attacks. 1 died, 1 didn't. The therapy group's running. Turns over.
That'll end Jordan's turn. So Brian with a huge time advantage, but not a lot of models. So he'll keep that.
Wait, what?
He's got a huge time advantage and not a lot of models to use.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to maintain the time advantage.
Unless he does what I've been saying all weekend, just go in the tank for 40 minutes, then just pass turn and berate your opponent. Just spend the last, minute of your time telling them how bad they screwed up.
Yeah.
I think Brian is one of the best sports I've ever seen in our game. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to do that.
So Brian measuring Lilith's massive 10-inch control area.
There's 1 soul left on good old Epic Elixia so she can Arcane Vortex in case Lilith tries to do anything silly.
Oh.
Maybe throw up a Pursuit. Maybe throw out a...
Pursuit? At this point?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I know I don't want to be charged by a Storm Wall if I'm
sure.
If I'm a 16-14 caster with hardly any beast left.
Sure. Brian trying to figure out how far he can get Lilith.
Oh.
16 inches on the feet, plus 7 on her speed. That's
23 inches.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be enough.
He's got nothing nearby that can push him. Could possibly Swift Hunter one shot and then or Swift Hunter to get a couple extra inches, right? But
maybe.
And he's got Snapfire, so he gets the extra shot.
Yep.
So his threat range.
Haley with no focus on her though.
Right. I mean, Lilith's threat range by herself is deceptively long and gets longer based on the board state. Is that what Brian's thinking right now?
Is he like 15 boxes? I mean, at this point, you know you can't deal with the Storm Wall.
Is he like long shot assassination or bust? Is that his thoughts? I mean, he can deal with the Storm Wall. Just roll all 6s all day.
Oh, done. Actually, that is the best plan ever.
Yeah. Just Wraithbane.
I mean, at the point that we're in Magical Fairyland.
Magical Candyland.
Why isn't he? No. There are fairies flitting around and sprinkling dust on things in your version of this. Because they're just making dice roll 6s.
Fairies don't.
And every 6 on a die also gets you, a gold bar.
Fairies don't make you roll well. Being a good person makes you roll well.
Well, then Brian should be rolling like a monster right now.
He should.
It should be nothing but 6s.
I roll really well because I am such a good person.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like we got a free strike on one of those with the Croaks, I believe.
Yep. So Brian now considering where he needs to go next.
What to do?
I think he's going for that assassination. Or he's going to try to eliminate Alexia?
I don't think he would move.
Because that's only
I don't think he would move closer to the Storm Wall unless he was going for an assassination, because that seems like a bad idea.
So that's not her full distance.
Super careful measurements to make sure the game is being played as cleanly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So where you see that little proxy base, that is where Lilith has advanced to.
Was that her full 7-inch advance, though?
She is feated. I believe so. I think it was a 6-inch widget
those markers.
He used.
Okay, 6-inch plus the base?
Yeah, plus the base.
How he put it? Yeah, okay. So I was going to say, I thought those markers only went to 6.
Yeah.
All right.
They agreed to it. I'm not actually sure what the measurements were on that widget he used, but they both seemed okay with it, and the judges seemed okay with it. So I'm going to believe it was right.
So now we got Lilith with her feet up.
Yep. So let's see. It looks like a Stormsmith standing next to the objective. So you shoot him, you Swift Hunter up, and then you pray. No, she's going to shoot the Blazer first. Boosting to hit. Nailed it. Kills him. They fail their command check, so the other one in the zone is fleeing. She Swift Hunters forward.
Oh, so the Ravagore is what advanced out of melee and got murdered by the free strike. So this is all or nothing for Brian right now.
Yeah.
So here comes the 2.
Here goes that long shot assassination on a Haley with no focus, still just babbling to her therapists about the one time she fell down while practicing for volleyball.
I mean, we know Haley's got a split personality disorder. We've seen it in action. So he's checking to see if he can shoot that Thrall Warrior.
So this is a Snapfire shot. Hits the Thrall Warrior.
Whoa.
Kills the Thrall Warrior.
Okay,
barely.
It's going to give him 2 more inches.
Yep. Just barely.
So go straight forward. It should.
Okay, so that was his initial plus his Snapfire. Now he's got the additional shot from just the feet.
Mm-hmm. So,
one of his initials, because that's a rate of fire 2 bow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So he's got 2 shots left.
Okay, then he's shooting the Stormsmith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is it. This is all or nothing right now.
On the Stormcaller.
Hits the Stormcaller. There's 0% chance that guy survives.
Lilith being a murderer. 2 more inches.
Yep, then she's going to have a snap fire. And then after that, she still has her second shot from rate of fire 2.
Yeah, she's got 2 shots to finish off Haley.
She's checking the line of sight to see when she moves if she'll still be able to see Haley. She's got to make the 2-inch move, then measure the 16 inches of range she has thanks to the feet. And then, am I in range or do I lose the game?
Well, that's definitely, I would say that from this angle, that definitely looks like it's within 16. So she's going to get this shot. Haley has found herself back in the danger zone. Danger zone!
Checked line of sight. Line of sight is good. So Lilith is up there.
All right, time to pincushion that woman.
That's 10 inches. So, yeah, he's easily within 16.
He's well within.
All right, here's the they're double checking the 16 inches.
Got it by
this is the snapfire shot. Here we go.
So boost it.
Does Haley go down? Needs an 8 to hit. Got it.
That'll hit.
Dice off 2. Boosting damage.
Oof. 15 boxes on Haley. Needs a big roll here. 15 points
on
shot
the nose.
To 1.
And Brian White wins the game one-shotting Haley.
1 shot to the eyeball of Haley. Takes her right down.
Crap.
Wow.
That was insane.
Well, you said Karma would give him the high rolls. Apparently, you were correct about one thing this weekend.
And it was the one thing
this
that mattered.
weekend, and the one thing that mattered. So Brian White is going to win this game on an amazing assassination run.
That was nuts. That was completely
to one-shot
insane.
Haley with an amazing Hail Mary from Lilith.
Well played to both.
Yes, absolutely.
To both gamers for getting to the finals and playing a great game, and for Jordan putting so much pressure that Brian's only option was to go for that.
And then Brian crazy shot. Yeah, nailing it in 1.
Oh, man, that was
fantastic.
fantastic.
If ever boom goes the dynamite should be used, it was right there.
Let's go find out what Brian White's feat's going to be.
Yeah, let's go figure it out. I'm telling you, it's Brian Smash. He just gets to punch a model off the table.
So, for everybody who's been watching the stream all week long, Iron Gauntlet, the Invitational, thanks for watching us here at War Machine Weekend 2015.
Yeah,
I'm Will Hungerford.
I'm Will Shick, and we will see you on the next stream. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see you next time.